Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into a story that has sparked heated debate across South Africa, a story that brings to the surface the deep, unresolved tensions that still shape our post-apartheid reality. It's a tale of race, land, language, and power, and it all revolves around a recently released set of minutes from a closed-door meeting between the ANC and leaders from the Afrikaner community. This revelation has stirred up the country's already tense race relations, reigniting questions about justice, cultural identity, and the future of South Africa's democracy. The meeting in question actually took place earlier this year, but the minutes have only now been made public, and their content has thrown fuel on an already simmering fire. On one side of the table sat representatives from the ANC, the ruling party since the dawn of democracy in 1994. On the other side, leaders from influential Afrikaner organizations including AfriForum and Solidarity. Their agenda? A wide range of contentious topics: land reform, crime, the Expropriation Bill, language rights in schools, and the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill, better known as the Bella Bill. According to the minutes, Afrikaner leaders came into the room deeply concerned, and they made those concerns known. They expressed what they described as rising alarm over what they see as the systematic erosion of their rights. Their primary focus was on the Expropriation Bill, which they say threatens private property rights and, more specifically, the security of white-owned farmland. In their view, the bill opens the door to what they call racially motivated dispossession, a charge the ANC flatly rejects. They also voiced strong objections to the Bella Bill, claiming it could undermine Afrikaans as a language of instruction in public schools. For many Afrikaners, the issue of language is deeply tied to their cultural survival. They worry that if Afrikaans is stripped from schools, future generations will lose a vital link to their heritage. From their perspective, the Bella Bill isn't just an educational reform, it's a cultural threat. But the ANC's position was equally firm. According to the released documents, party representatives emphasized that both the Expropriation Bill and the Bella Bill are grounded in the Constitution and aimed at redressing historic injustice. They pointed out the obvious: land in South Africa is still overwhelmingly concentrated in the hands of a white minority, and many black South Africans continue to live with the consequences of apartheid's spatial and economic legacy. On education, the ANC argued that no language, Afrikaans included, should be used to entrench exclusion in public institutions, especially in a country striving to be non-racial and inclusive. One senior ANC figure quoted in the minutes said, "We must confront the economic and spatial legacies of apartheid, which continue to disadvantage millions." That statement captures the heart of the ANC's stance, that transformation is not just a policy priority, but a moral and historical obligation. However, it's the tone of the discussions that has drawn the most attention and criticism. Some Afrikaner groups have accused the ANC of being dismissive, even antagonistic. Meanwhile, many South Africans have slammed Afrikaner leaders for what they view as thinly veiled attempts to protect racial privilege under the guise of preserving culture. In the court of public opinion, both sides have come under fire, and the fallout has been swift and fierce. Social media platforms exploded with debate after the minutes were published. Hashtags like #RaceRelations and #AfrikanerEngagement started trending over the weekend, exposing just how polarizing the issue is. Some users accused the ANC of caving in to white fears, suggesting the meeting gave undue legitimacy to groups like AfriForum, which many critics associate with right-wing, racially exclusive ideologies. Others turned their ire on AfriForum itself, calling the group's agenda a separatist and out of step with the realities of a democratic South Africa. Political analyst Sipho Madlala weighed in, saying the episode reveals just how deep the mistrust still runs between historically white communities and the ruling party. "There is a fundamental disagreement," he said, "not just about policy, but about the meaning of justice in a post-apartheid society." That's a powerful observation, because it suggests that South Africa's struggles are not just about what to do, but about how to define fairness, equity, and national identity in the first place. In response to the backlash, AfriForum spokesperson Ernst Rowetz defended the group's involvement, saying their only goal was to advocate for their community's constitutional rights. "We do not oppose redress," Rowetz said, "but we will oppose policies that discriminate based on race, no matter the justification." That statement reflects a growing sentiment among certain white South Africans who believe that redress efforts have begun to tilt into reverse discrimination, a claim that continues to generate fierce debate. From the ANC side, spokesperson Malenji Bengumatsuri reaffirmed the party's commitment to engagement but issued a clear warning: transformation is not negotiable. The ANC, she said, welcomes dialogue with all sectors of society, but it will not bend on its mission to undo the damage of apartheid and promote economic and social inclusion. But here's the deeper issue, and the reason this story matters. As South Africa approaches the next general election, racial identity politics are once again taking center stage. This latest controversy reveals how easily conversations about policy can become conversations about identity, power, and belonging. Can the country move past historical grievances and into a future where all communities feel seen, heard, and included? Or will mutual suspicion continue to poison efforts at genuine reconciliation? The ANC AfriForum meeting serves as a stark reminder that the Rainbow Nation is still struggling with its colors. The vision of a united, non-racial South Africa remains aspirational and fragile. While both parties in the meeting claimed to be advocating for constitutional values, the underlying tension suggests that the Constitution itself is being interpreted in radically different ways. To some, it's a vehicle for transformation; to others, it's a shield against what they perceive as state overreach. Ultimately, the question is whether this kind of engagement, this face-to-face grappling with difficult truths, can lead to meaningful progress, or whether it will only reinforce existing divides. The stakes are high. Land reform, education, crime, these aren't just political hot potatoes. They're daily realities that shape how people live, where they live, and how they see their place in this country. As always, we'll be watching closely to see how this story unfolds. Will more meetings like this one happen? Will they lead to concrete outcomes or just more political theater? And most importantly, will ordinary South Africans, of all races and backgrounds, feel that their voices are being heard in the national conversation? Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the ANC's engagement with Afrikaner leaders? Is it a step forward, or a dangerous political gamble? Let us know. See you next time.